Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined by Shrewsbury Town reporter here at the Shropshire Star, Lewis Cox. Lewis, how are you?
Yep, good Luke.
Good stuff. Bit of an international break right now. Are Shrewsbury Town taking advantage of the extra free time?
Well, it's an interesting situation for Town, is it? I don't think they've been done by the international break too many times. Of course, Charlton calling off with their it's one international and two England under 21s or whatever. So I think Charlton used it as a bit of an opportunity to stay away from the Meadow, to be honest. That's my opinion. But yeah, really interesting one, because before the game at Walsall at the Meadow the other day that went pretty badly, and where Porthurst was obviously scathing in how he saw it, I think they were maybe looking at a little bit of a break. I mean, not keeping the players off for ages, but a tiny bit of downtime, maybe a day or two, with not a game till a week on the Saturday. So, but obviously that changed with the way the Walsall game went.
Yeah.
Certainly they had the Wednesday off, but Hurst had them back in Thursday, Friday, and the training's been intense. Apparently not maybe what a normal Thursday session is. He's really ramped it up at high intensity. And Hurst even said, a few players had to, rethink and look at themselves and how they train and sort of behave. So, we know how seriously he's took that defeat in that competition. And yeah, they are using the time. I know they've got the Saturday and Sunday off.
Yeah.
But going into next week, it's a massive week's training, and yeah, things have certainly cranked up, I'd say, at Sunderland Castle.
Yeah, and obviously, these heavy sessions, is it vital now that Porthurst side really do bounce back? I mean, I know it's Checkatrade Trophy and you're going back into the league now, but is it important that they bounce back? Don't let that really settle on their minds?
Certainly, it's been a really weird period, because you've got the first league defeat they had, which was at Peterborough. Then, you go from that game at Posh to the next league game as Rotherham. It's 3 weeks, which is ridiculous. The game directly after the Peterborough defeat was the FA Cup, which they, got the result everyone would have sort of dreamed about, 5-0.
Yep.
Great goals. Then you go from the FA Cup to the Checkatrade Trophy, and a sort of a really poor display, and it's like, you kind of go back on yourself and think of the negatives again. So now we're going into the league game, which is, of course, the number one priority. The training, certainly next week, is going to be a massive training week for them, and you're looking at the Rotherham on the Saturday, the Bury on the Tuesday night, and the Bradford the Saturday after. It's huge, really, as the sort of second, third, as Porthurst has said, of the season sort of kicks on.
So an international break for Shrewsbury Town, but they're working hard on the training pitch, trying to resort their form going into the league. For all the latest Shrewsbury Town news, make sure you stick with ShropshireStar.com.